Welcome to the RandomCoin mining show, where we mine a different coin every weeknight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you like random crypto if you like crypto content, crypto mining video content, I'm so messed up today. I don't even know where I'm at. Sorry guys, give me a second here. What's up, Savages? It's Monday, February 18th. Good grief. I can tell it's Monday. Let's get it. What is going on, Savages? Welcome to the RandomCoin mining show again. Where we mine a random coin every weeknight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you like crypto mining video content like this, be sure to subscribe to the SavageMine YouTube channel. And also, if you like random crypto thoughts, make sure you follow me on Twitter as well. I talk about the channel and stuff like that, and a bunch of other, crypto related stuff. So. Got a little bit different of a setup here. I got my leg in the wrong spot and stuff, so it's kind of bugging me, but we are going to press on. Alright, so before we get started, be sure to smash the like or dislike buttons. Doesn't matter to me which one, because it's an interaction. So if you don't like it, that's fine. Smash that dislike. I'd rather you like it though, so hit that as well. I'd like to in this show, we have I'm like totally not prepared. I don't know, I just kind of ran out of time. Normally I like prepare a little script, but I ran out of time, so I'm not even going to try to attempt it. It's not accurate anyway, so you guys, pretty much everybody knows what's going on at this point. Let me bring up the live chat here real quick, just to make sure that everything is good to go. So basically we mine a random coin every weeknight, 9:30, and after that we try to mine something random, and we try to get done within 30 minutes, because we switch over to BrandonCoin's LiveStream, daily mining LiveStream at 10. So at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time he starts up. Let me get over here and look at the chat real quick, see how much y'all are making fun of me. Okay, so my voice is too low. I have made some changes here, so it should be good though. My levels look pretty good. I don't know, maybe the stream background music's too high. All right, what's going on, Crypto Sweeper, Bitcoin J, DJ Miner? What is going on? Yeah, I'm trying to keep it together. All right, so let's see, where were we? Oh, yeah, I have a list of it's 140 something GPU-mineable coins right now, and what I do is I pre-record the randomization part, because there's so many that if we try to just do it live during the show, there's a really good chance that we would land on something that we weren't going to be able to mine. There would be something wrong with it, dead project, end of proof of work phase, no wallet, whatever. There could be a whole host of things. So I pre-record that part. And I want to make something really clear. All of these coins that, each day that I do, it's random, okay? I don't pick and choose these coins from the list, and I don't really do a lot of research on them before I add them to the list. So I am not shilling these coins. I don't know, most of these projects I don't know anything about. I'll do a little bit of homework right before the show. I didn't tonight, clearly. Yeah, so the only reason I do this is I think that it adds a little bit of value to the space, because we're basically just practicing, right? Each day we're practicing a new coin. It's random, so it could be any type of algorithm, it could be any type of that's really the only real difference, but there's lots of different algorithms, right? So yeah, it could be You know, there's a lot of different things. Oh, and we could use different operating systems. We could use simple mining. We could use HiveOS. Lately, I've been using HiveOS mostly, just because it's kind of new to me. So, just started that. I used to use pretty much exclusively simple mining. Right now, I've got the rigs split up because I've got some co-owned rigs on simple mining. These two rigs right here are not 100% mine. So in order to keep them a little bit separated and easier to manage and separate whenever it comes down to, you know, what percentage of hash rate one of them got compared to the other one, you know, it's easier to keep them on a different operating system. Probably not. I could probably still separate it out really easy, but in my mind, this is easier. So, plus it gives me an opportunity to use a different operating system from time to time. And as a matter of fact, tonight we'll probably use simple mining. I don't know. We'll see. My rigs are, my personally owned rigs are on HiveOS. Still learning it. Still mining Grin. I'm probably going to, somewhere around the 20th, I'll be switching over to something else. I don't know if it'll be across the board, what I'll be switching to. I don't know. You know, switching to the same thing on all the rigs. This rig right here, this Kessel rig, is NVIDIA, and the rest of them are all AMD. So there's a really good chance that I'll split it, and I'll have some, you know, the AMD rigs mining something efficient for AMD, and then the NVIDIA rig mining something probably going to be AI, most likely, but I don't know for sure. So anyway, I don't like messing with my rigs too much once I get them up and running and mining something that I want to support, right? I think I tweeted about this recently. Yeah, the miners, the rigs might be a little louder than usual. I think I got the fans cranked up a little bit on them. I kind of moved the mic a little bit, so maybe it's not so loud. So yeah, once I get them up and running, I mean, I'll leave them. I try to get a whole month, you know, on one thing, unless there's a really significant reason to change it, right? You know, like if something's really jacked up, or if something's really hot. Like in this case, I switched off of everything else and went straight to Grin on pretty much everything whenever it came out on the 15th. So yeah, so there you go. All right, that's enough of me talking. Let me get the video queued up for what we chose for the random coin today. Yeah, the miners are loud. I'm probably gonna, maybe at some point I'll switch around and I won't have the miners in here, or the rigs in here. So tonight we landed on a coin called ElyaCoin, which I know nothing about, other than it's a CryptoNight coin. Now I did pre-record the whole data collection, so I got all the way through wallet and everything. I think I used a donation wallet from the BitCoinTalk thread, I think is where I ran into it, and found one. You can tell this is old because the, I mean, I think I did this yesterday or maybe even the day before. So you can tell because it was before the pump, before the little Bitcoin pump. So anyway, yeah, I'm just collecting the data here. It is a CryptoNight algorithm coin. Ticker symbol is ELYA. It was on COINGECKO, but not CoinMarketCap. And then right here, I'm looking at what to mine. And I'm like, yeah, it's not on there. It's certainly not on there. But it is on coin calculators, so that's kind of cool. That logo reminds me of like a, I guess it's supposed to be a ladybug or something. I don't know. That's what it reminds me of. I don't know if it's right or not, but it's definitely what it reminds me of. And since it's a CryptoNight algorithm, we'll probably be able to head over to Profit.pro as well and check it out over there. As you know, also as long as we have time. I kind of diddled around there in the beginning, so hopefully we have time to do a little bit of stuff after the fact. You know. Right off the bat, I noticed that their website, I think the first website that I ran into, it was not active. Like there was something wrong with it. Maybe it was just a bad link, or they changed it after the announcement thread. I don't know, but it wasn't there. And then I think later on I actually found the right website. And I'm not talking about for the pool. I'm talking about for the coin itself. So I'm still just collecting the data, getting the pool and the port and everything that you need. All those items that are grayed out there aren't necessarily required to successfully mine any coin. It's just good to have information, you know. Yeah, so here's their actual website. So document that as well. And now sometimes whenever these videos, the pre-recorded videos are long, sometimes it crashes my machine. So if that happens, just come right back. I'll be back up in a couple minutes. Although I might have figured that whole situation out, but we'll see. It used to crash during these long videos, but we'll see. Fingers are crossed. Yeah, sorry for not being so prepared today. I've been kind of down and just kind of not into it, I guess you could say. Yeah, right here is a donation address. I believe, hopefully it'll work. I know that we ran into a couple times last week, or not a couple times, but one time last week where the address that we used, we did find out, or I found out what it was, and I talked about that on the next stream. Basically, we copied an address. It was a CryptoNight algorithm address, and we pasted it, and whenever we pasted it, even though the source didn't have a space in it, whenever you paste it, it does have a space, or it did have a space. So we got to kind of watch that this time too. So if things aren't working right, remind me, like, hey, make sure that you check that. Make sure that you check that there's no spaces in there, because you won't be able to visually see it until you paste it into something. It's weird. So there you go. That is the data collection part. What's up, Red Panda Mining? Do you know something about ElyaCoin? I don't know anything about this thing. Other than their logo reminds me of a ladybug sitting on a leaf for some reason. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but that's what it reminds me of. Alright, so that is the end of the video. This is live, right? Yep. Alright, so let me bring up what we have so far. It's supposed to be on the other monitor. Hang on a second. Alright, so this is we'll use this rig first. Actually, no, we won't. Because I want to use simple mining. I haven't used simple mining in a while. So this one's still running HiveOS. I mean, I could switch it pretty quickly, but we'll just use simple mining on one of the rigs in the garage, so I won't be able to show you what the hardware is or anything. Let's see here. So we go to documentation. This is all the documentation that we had so far. I mean, you know, the value is way down there. We'll see if it's profitable in some way. I don't think it is, but we'll see. So let's head over. We got everything that we need. Let me copy the address here, and then we will head over to, I do like to show you guys like what's going on in the market real quick. We've been having a pretty good little run up here. ETH is kind of leading the pack, but there's a couple other ones like EOS is just killing it. Yeah. Yeah, you know, it looks, I like all the green. It looks good. Alright, so that's the market a little bit. Just a quick look. So let's head over to simple mining. Man, we haven't used simple mining in quite some time. So I am going to have to like jog my memory with some of this stuff because it's been a while. Both of these rigs are AMD, and they're both RX 580s, and they're both 8 GPU rigs. So they're not identical. This one is, they're identical in every way except for the GPUs themselves. Yeah. So this one is the ASRock Phantom Gaming, and then these are the AMD, or the Gigabyte ARS. So anyway, there you go. That's the hardware that we'll be using. So we'll go to group config. We're going to add a group. We'll probably use XMRIG. We could use XMR Stack. I haven't used that one in a while, but I think just so that we don't run into too many problems, I'll just use XMRIG. We'll use the latest version here. give it a name. What was it, ELYA? Is that the ELYA? I think that's right. YouTube. Alright, so I copied the address. Now we also have to have the pool and all that stuff. Yeah, it's been so long since I used simple mining or configured simple mining. Let's paste that as plain text, and then what we want to do is we want to make sure that there is no space, and look right there. So this is a super good example, a real-time example. Here's what I did. Now you probably wouldn't run into this if you were actually mining this coin, because you would get the wallet, you would download the wallet, install the wallet, whatever, or you would get a web wallet if they have that. I don't think that they do, but you would get the Windows wallet or the Mac wallet or whatever, the desktop wallet, and you would copy your receiving address from there. But in our case, because I'm copying it from BitCoinTalk thread, and then I'm pasting it into a spreadsheet in Excel, and then I'm copying it from there and pasting it into here. Well, during that process, somewhere along the way, there's something going on in the background. That, look right here. I don't know if y'all can see it. You should be able to see it. But look right here. I'll zoom up on that. There is a space. Even though there's not a space in any of the, if you just look at it, you know what's, let me go back to this. Oh, there is a space up there. My bad. There is a space on that one. But where I copied it from the BitCoinTalk thread, there's not a space. So maybe like after so many characters, and because a CryptoNight algorithm or a CryptoNight coin address is so long, I don't know, maybe there's something in BitCoinTalk thread, because it always happens this way. So it's just something that you have to keep in mind. But you're not going to be copying an address from BitCoinTalk thread to mine to, right? Like we are. This is just kind of like this is a side effect of doing it the way that we're doing it, because I'm not downloading the actual wallet or anything. So let me take that space out of there so I don't forget. So we'll go back over here and we'll take that space out as well. And that will cause a problem with your authorization, your authentication to the pool, right? It'll say invalid address or something like that, typically. All right, so let's head over here and get our pool and our port. Copy that. Usually don't have a problem with that because it's not very long. So we're going to go like this. Paste that in there as plain text. And then I'm just going to check here and make sure, yep. So this is good. I don't know if I like this or not. This was something that they recently did. I mean, I guess you can kind of see that there's no space in there. Or there is a space in there, in between the U and the E. But it's, I wish you could go wider with it, right? So that you could, you know, sort the right way, so that it would make you feel like it's good to go, right? There's another thing here that I'm noticing. What is this right here? Backslash. That's not part of the address, is it? P9E is the end of the address. So something happens there too. And I noticed that before as well. So P9E is the end. And then you got password is X. Donate level 1, okay. Print time 5, alright. Now if you were actually mining this coin for real and for yourself, for your own benefit, I see something else up here too. It's like it's copying, there's something going on whenever I copy and paste from the spreadsheet into simple mining. Because look right here, there's also, it also put a \n right there as well. Weird. I'll have to play around with that to see if I can duplicate it a couple of times and then try to figure out what's going on with it. But what I was going to say was, if you're actually going to mine this coin for real, then you would go through all the different settings of the miner and fine-tune everything. And you know, we don't really get into overclocking and things like that. Although, if I can get going faster, like if the video still works, and it seems like it worked great tonight, so it's not crashing my machine whenever it runs long, then what I can do is I can start trying to plan on getting through this a little bit quicker and not talking so much and just letting it rock and get through all the data collection and then start mining it, and then maybe we can do some things at the end like overclocks and fine-tuning and tweaking the miner parameters and things like that. Might be something you guys might be interested in. I don't know. Let me know in the chat or the comments of the video if you're watching it after the fact. So I think we're good to go here. I think I'm going to click Add Group. It looks like it did add it. Just going to double check right here, make sure there's no spaces. Or there shouldn't be. Okay, that looks pretty good. Go to rig list. We'll use the, this one seems to reboot better and come back up without any problems. So we'll use the Mustafar rig. All my rigs are named after Star Wars, if you didn't know. Actually planets in Star Wars to be specific. So we'll click on the group and we'll go to ELYA. That's the one that we just created. And I'm going to throw it a reboot instead of just a reload, because I don't know, man, this rig, man, I think that this rig hasn't been restarted in quite some time. Let's check. I think it's right here. Where can I see that uptime? Yeah, 6 days. That's not as long as I thought. Yeah, see, this one over here has been going for 3 weeks. Alright, so anyway, let's click that. Group config, ELYA, reboot. Sounds good. Save. Alright. So that is going to restart. And this is what the what miner is this? The Grin Pro. That's what the miner looks like. The screen, I don't really like it because it's not a whole bunch of really useful information. You just kind of have to hope that it's working. I mean, you see it's got some shares accepted here, but this stuff is kind of, to me, all this stuff right here is kind of dirty looking, right? It's not like a clean miner. I wish that they would clean that up a little bit. It might be necessary. I doubt it. I don't know. Not a developer, so I don't know for sure, but it seems like you can clean that up. Oh, you had that problem too, Red Panda, with the space. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know why it does that. We've had several situations where something like that, real similar, has happened. You know, it's just weird how that happens, because what you're looking at doesn't have a space, and I can show you. I can show you in the BitCoinTalk thread. I don't remember exactly how far it was, what page it was on. That's not it. It was on the first page. Okay, so here's the address right there. So now let's say that you wanted to buy the card, right? Because this coin has something to do with prepaid cards for IT or something. Normally I go into it. I'm just totally not into it, so I didn't. It's not a slam on them in any way. It might be a great project, I don't know, but I just didn't do a lot of research on it. But let's just say that you wanted to send them the coins or whatever to purchase the card. I mean, I'll just bring up just regular old notepad here. So all I did was I copied it, right? And just right click paste. And then there's the space right there. So I don't know why that happens. I'm sure that somebody could explain it, but I do not know why. And it seems to only happen on long, super long addresses. It's almost like there's a limit to the characters in the BitCoinTalk thread for before there can be a space, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how it works, but it's weird, right? All right, let's go back to simple mining and see if, oh wow, we have accepted shares already. That is amazing. I was kind of expecting us to have a problem. You know what we can do though? We can inject a problem. We can make a problem. So let's do this. Let's go in here and we're going to put that space in there. Save it just so that you can see what the symptom is. So that if that ever happens again, right? Or if you ever see something weird, shoot, it might restart twice because I hit a restart. I think it was already restarting because I changed that config. Is my video choppy or is it pretty smooth? Because it's choppy as all get out on my end. So it says, this is a weird, okay, so it sees that after the space, this particular miner, now in HiveOS it had a little bit different symptom. In HiveOS it just said invalid address or something like that. So it's a little bit more descriptive and kind of leads you down the right path. This does not. Although you would just have to realize, like, wait a minute, this is kind of weird information right here. That looks like an address, or the end of an address, right? So, you know, it probably lead you in the right direction as well, in this case. So, go back over here, take that space out. I didn't reload it. Okay, so. Does anybody know if Brandon's going live? I haven't seen. All right, yeah, I gotta see what's going on with my video. It used to be pretty smooth, and now it's choppy. I don't know what happened. I know I applied some filters to it, but that's probably what it is. I tried to sharpen it up a little bit. Let's see. While that reboots, I can. Oh no, I don't have any filters on it now, so yeah, I'll have to play around with it. I just created this new theme, you know, so you can see the stuff scrolling at the bottom and stuff. So I was playing around with some stuff. I could easily go back to the one that works just fine, but I kind of wanted to play around with this one. You know, pro it up a little bit, just a tad. But yeah, I probably have, because the other one obviously I had for quite some time and I tweaked it enough, and this one is all like brand new, so brand new sources, brand new video, you know, all that stuff. So that's why things are a little bit out of whack. Alright, so let's see if Brandon is going live. I'll fix the lighting and I'll get all this stuff ironed out, guys. This was just the first night with the new config. Okay, so he looks like he's doing a premiere. Yeah. So I will let you guys go. I appreciate you guys stopping in and checking everything out. Sorry I was a little bit out of sorts. I've been just kind of out of it today. And I was a little running behind. I went to the gym and I got back a little later than I wanted to. So I was a little bit behind on getting everything ironed out before we started. So just head back here tomorrow and hopefully I'll have it all squared away. But thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. I will see you guys tomorrow at 9:30. I'll try to be a little bit smoother. This one was kind of a train wreck from the beginning, but that's okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thanks for watching. Make sure you smash the like and all that stuff. Leave me a comment and all that junk. You know, all that stuff that helps the channel a little bit. Thanks again, guys. See you tomorrow night.